Her win caught the attention of President Trump.
One of my biggest critics, a slovenly man named Joe Crowley, got his ass kicked by a young woman who had a lot of energy. She had a lot of energy.
Joining me now is Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. Thank you so much for joining us. I think President Trump was praising you there. Your reaction?
I mean,
big deep breath in, eyeballs go wide. Like, oh, President Trump took notice of me. It's awesome. Stick to talking points. He is the enemy.
first of all, it is unacceptable to be, disrespectful.
She can't hold her eyes up. She's breaking off a lot of eye contact with that. She's wiggling now, and as you can see, she's halfway in a pose of squirming, shoulders down and twisted because her hips are being twisted, head sideways. Uncomfortable. I just love getting attention from Trump.
I think of Congressman Crowley. He's done some phenomenal work for her.
Drama in the eyes, phenomenal. What does that look like? Head slowly goes around, eyes close slowly and then open up. It's the drama. It's too much TV watching.
Phenomenal work for the Bronx and Queens, and so I'm first and foremost saddened and upset at the disrespect that he.
I'm saddened and upset. We don't see that. But again, this goes back into what they think that is supposed to look like because they've been raised on TV. They start shaping their social behavior around that, and that's what you have.
Ocasio Cortez joins me now. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
You're not a Congresswoman-elect yet. You do have a general election, but it is a pretty strongly Democratic seat. So let me first start with something that Nancy Pelosi said about your victory earlier this week. Take a listen.
They made a choice in one district. So let's not get yourself carried away as an expert on demographics and the rest of that, within the caucus or outside the caucus. It is not to be viewed as something that stands for everything else.
She was a bit defensive. A lot of people coming at her saying your victory means a lot more than just a primary win in the Bronx. How did you react to that?
Well, I think that there are a lot of districts in this country that are like New York 14, with that have changed a lot in the last 20 years. And
Farkas look, high stress. Nancy Pelosi said something not praiseworthy. Whereas Donald Trump was like, oh, she beat out an old man who criticizes me a lot. She demonized what Trump did. She's extremely stressed on what Pelosi did.
Whose representation has not, and it's not to say whether someone should be voted out or voted in, but I think it definitely speaks to perhaps us evolving in our messaging and at least how we do things.
So in her words, she's trying to enfold her as an ally, whereas Trump, who actually gave her praise, she kept him as the enemy. And she's got this stressed out Farkas look on her face.
So I think that, I do think that there are a lot of districts in America that are like New York 14.
I'm curious if...
A lot going on right there. See the eyebrows go up and stress. So you see the head go up and down, but it's a swing forward, swing back. And the batting of the eyes. And we pick ourselves up in the torso. Everything goes up. I'm a pretty girl. Listen to what I say. This is what I normally use that people buy my...
I'm a first-generation college student on my mom's side. And when the financial crisis hit, my family lost almost everything. Actually, my father had passed away in the middle of the financial crisis. And so I was suddenly in a home. My family was on the brink of foreclosure. My mom was...
Well, that was interesting. We go back. So we're in a home. And where does she look at? She doesn't go to memory. She looks at, how does this sound coming out of my mouth? We have a personality of, what do they want to hear? What person do I need to be popular? And she stopped. She goes, my. She did a stutter. She did a stutter in the mouth. She did a stutter in the brain. Because obviously that was not going to work.
Family was...
and she had to think about it. She constructed it.
My family was on the brink.
And she closed her eyes, did a negative head shake. And she's, I wouldn't say completely deceiving you, but she's really stretching it.
A foreclosure. My mom was a single mom. We were cleaning houses and driving buses just to keep a roof over our head. This helped me.
And then, are you buying it? Are you buying my story?
And it was during...
And a hard swallow. I don't know what part of that is fake or true, but her body says that she's stretching it.
In that time that I found myself interning and working at organizations during the day and waitressing and bartending at night just to make sure that we made it.
She's thinking it how it's going to sound coming out of her mouth. Here again, she's going to be stretching it. And then she stuttered. Stutter. Stutter in the brain, stutter in the mouth. Stress.
Made ends meet. And so I never thought that I would be able to run given the amount of money that's needed, the social connections and all of the honestness.
And then the wiggling.